A lovely day today. The sun is starting to come out. Welcome to Point Blank Voices, a very new podcast, Point Blank Music School. And today it's all about student spotlight. We have very special guests today. You, me, life career, success stories. Who are you and what is it that you do?
Hi. My name is Luna Jones. I'm 23 years old, and I'm an artist. I make pop indie music mostly, although I don't really like to put myself in a box. But yeah, that's it.
Amazing. Please do check her out, guys. She does amazing music. I love her music. How about you, Tasha?
Yeah, I'm Tasha. I'm 22. I'm a DJ and producer around London. And I do my own events as well to bring up emerging artists in the London scene. So it's quite fun.
Yeah.
A bit of everything. Yeah.
And she does Swift Dogadon, so...
Yeah, Swift together. It's a Taylor Swift club night all night, and we do all around the UK, different cities every weekend, and it's just so much fun. And I know there's a lot of people that might put their nose up to a bit of Taylor Swift, but it's just so much fun. It's just so much fun, and it's the best job in the world, I think, to be able to if I told my younger self you'd be singing Taylor Swift songs with all a bunch of Swifties, every weekend, I thought you'd be crazy, but it's a thing. there's a niche for everything.
Tasha, you are a DJ, so what we'll do is we'll play your song that you sent in and then discuss a little bit about that. Amazing, everyone, you got everyone nodding along, bopping their heads. That's how you know that's a good tune. Okay, so, take me back to that moment when you were producing this song. What was going on in your mind?
Oh, to be honest, I was sitting on my parents' couch when they were watching Gogglebox, and I've got a really bad attention span. I can't just do one thing. I can't just watch TV. I've got to be doing 5 other things at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was I just want to make something now, and it was just fun. I just thought, why not make a really Larry tune? Do you know what? Do people know what Larry means? I feel like I should define that.
Well, explain
Do you know what Larry
elaborate it.
means?
Elaborate it for people who don't know.
It's just a bit rowdy. It's a bit annoying,
Noisy?
but fun. Do you know what I mean? It's if you were quite Larry on a night out, you're having a good time, But you might be quite annoying. That's why I decided the song.
But you're having fun.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you, Luna? Are you the same? Do you have to kind of do multiple things at once to focus, or?
I can't really the more things I have to do, also the harder it is to focus, and I just have a really bad attention span. Yeah.
So do you sit down and just work, or?
Making music, you
Yeah.
mean? I make it in different ways. Usually I just I just write about things that I feel and I'm going through. So I usually just sit with an instrument and just start improvising and writing. Sometimes I'm just in random places and I write. Yeah.
There you go. the secret to making great music. All right. Now, if you both could take me back to the start, the very first, mix you did, or the very first song you made. What kind of emotions were you going through during that moment?
Oh, emotions.
Yeah, emotions.
Emotions.
Going deep.
How do you feel? Because I feel like you're a singer-songwriter.
And you mean the first songs?
Yeah, the first song you ever made.
The first song I ever made, I was really young. I was I think I was 10 or something. And I wrote a song called 12 Stars. And I can't remember exactly what I was writing about. And I don't even know where was the inspiration coming from. Because it was a really sad song. And,
10
really...
years old.
Yeah, it was really deep, sad song. But I don't know, I think I always, since I was a kid, I used to overthink a lot. And writing music is the only way that I have of processing that information. You know,
an outlet, you mean?
Yeah.
What about you, Tasha?
Oh, I think it's kind of the opposite, isn't it, for us? Because I think with DJing, I'm sure people DJing, it's the opposite. It's an escape from everything that. it's like try not to overthink at all and just get into the music as much as you can.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting, I think.
Yeah.
If different perspectives
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
Music,
I think mixing,
music
yeah.
can be like either escapism or like actually
Embracing
diving
it.
and embracing, and both are really
Yeah.
important, right? We don't want to be listening to sad music every day, but sometimes we also need it.
Oh, you
And
need it,
it's
100%.
the
need it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both.
Going deeper into that, you know, your first mix, your first song, do you remember the kind of the spark that ignited that passion when you decided, oh, that I kind of want to do this for a long time?
When I started DJing, I was 18 to be fair, with at Point Blank, and I just started the foundation year, and then I had a DJ lesson, and I didn't know what house music even was. Like I was just like came here to do rock music and pop music, and then my tutor was teaching us like how to do house transitions and that, and I thought this is so cool, like this is so fun, and it was the worst mix I've ever done. I'm selling it for 30 quid if you want an ego boost, because honestly it's awful. It's the worst thing I've ever done, and it's like mixing from like AC/DC to ABBA to house music to something else. It's wrong, it's bad, but you know you got to start from somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah.
So there's not much
you
emotion
came
behind
into,
it.
You came into Point Blank doing a course that's completely different from, you know, like the genres that you usually do. That's,
Oh yeah, definitely. I came in to do rock and pop, emo stuff.
That's really
Back in the
brave,
day.
though. That's really
Yeah,
brave
my
to do
friends
like
got me into
a genre shift. That's
Got
really brave
like
for you
rave
to
music
do.
they did. Like, my friends like were really into going out and that I made here, and I was like, this music is cool. I like this, and it's like it's such an escapism thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you just don't have to think about anything. You can just dance.
It's so important to like nowadays everything is like so chaotic, and
Exactly.
it's so important to have like you see a shift like, and even pop music is shifting to escapism a lot.
That's true.
Like even Billie, like now she's like doing tracks that are like to dance, you know, like
Yeah.
and Charlie XCX,
Oh,
like all of
yeah.
that that's coming up.
Big time. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Well, what about you? What was your kind of inspiration, Luna?
To like start see when I think I first understood that this is what I really wanted to do, like as a career. I think it was like in 2020. I was living in Portugal, and like it was like during COVID, like quarantine, like, and I just like ever since I was making music, I never considered it as an actual professional like course, just because like I used to think like, oh, it seems so like impossible, you know, like looking at all the artists I aspire to, like, but then I just like, I don't know, something clicked in me, and I was just like, they're humans just like, you know, like we are, like there's nothing that differentiates us from them, so like it's just a matter of actually doing it. And I also like, I feel like I started like studying a lot of their paths and just understood that like most people take years, you know, like we do see the things of like overnight like virality that does happen, but most cases it just looks that way. Usually they just delete the things that are before. And like when I got that motivation, I just started like, I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna start putting music out there. And yeah, I had another artist name.
Was it I forgot the name.
Blachy, yeah.
That one.
Yeah, I basically I started like putting some stuff out on like YouTube. That's the important part. It's just like, you know, I have so many friends that are artists, and they just gatekeep their music for so long because like it's not ready. But it's so important. Just like I started putting my music out there, and then there was this random dude that found me online and took me to sign a deal with Universal, and that's how it started.
It's the same for any career in media. You just gotta put yourself out there. It's the same for a DJ as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's never gonna be done. Just put it out.
It's always unfinished work.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's so cool though.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
yeah, it was
Well,
really random.
talking about you know your career, and you're obviously doing things right now. What was kind of the hardest challenges that you had to deal with?
Hardest challenges, I think my own head, you know, like like for real.
Yeah.
Like my own head is my you know what I mean, like every day is just like this, you know, imposter syndrome is
my
real.
God.
Like even I remember even with my other like artist name, I was getting like doing big stuff, and then for me I was like, it could be better, or that show could be better, or I could be making more numbers, and it's just like, you know, like just I think it's important just to enjoy the process and just like understand that, like, you know, like calm down, just sit and chill.
Oh my
you
god,
know?
that's so true. Like for me, it's like the highs and lows from it, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like you do like a night of really great DJ gig or like something like that, and then it feels so great afterwards, and then afterwards you just want to die.
Exactly.
And it's just like for a while as well, and it just gets that up and down journey is like it never flats out. It just keeps going like in more extreme highs and more extreme lows.
Yeah.
So you just got to get used to that, I think.
Yeah.
Just the higher you go, the
lower you're
harder
gonna
fall. Yeah.
you're gonna crash, which is fine.
I'm stuck in that cycle right now,
Right?
like, but I'm trying to break out of it a little bit, because I feel like I was even talking to a friend of mine yesterday, like, it's really important for you to, like, you know, work, and obviously, like, if you have a goal in your mind, go after your goal, but I think it's really important for you to enjoy life too.
Oh yeah, you have to.
You know, like,
Have to.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best thing about a career
yeah.
in media. You know,
It's
you
so
just
much fun.
being
That's the
in
whole
that
thing.
moment, all the lows, it doesn't matter.
It's like they
Well,
didn't even
that's
exist.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Is that because you're doing something you love anyway, it doesn't feel like it should be low, or it doesn't feel like if you're being productive, it doesn't feel like it should be work. But I feel like that can kind of blur out the lines of when you should actually just chill out and do something completely different.
Yeah.
And I think that's something to wrap your head around sometimes. But I feel like we all go through phases of it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So it's kind of like a double-edged sword then, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's
but-
like
yeah.
the lines between work and it's kind of blurry, so you don't know where the boundaries are.
But that's
Yeah.
it. But it's still so much fun. Like, I wouldn't change it for anything.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever.
I bet. Your energy is like through the roof all the time.
I'm so glad.
Going back to Luna, because unfortunately we can't play your song, but we do have a quote from your Instagram bio that says, "I don't make music for everyone, just the ones who feel too much." I feel like, you know, this is worth elaborating on, because
Yeah.
I feel like it shows in your music.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, ever since, like I was saying, like, ever since I was small, I just, like, always felt a lot and overthinking and all of that. So, like, I feel like my music is just, like, mostly I write, like, about, like, emotional things and things that I'm going through, you know, like, I do have a couple fun songs, but I feel like I'm better at writing sad songs. But I'm not a sad person, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's it, you know, like, I think my music is meant for people that want to feel something, you know, like, and want, like, to process their stuff and maybe find familiarity with the things I write. Yeah.
Going back to the kind of challenges you had to deal with, how did you overcome it? Or have you overcome it at all?
I'll let you know in a year. No, I'm joking. I don't know. It's just one of those things that just comes back and forth, doesn't it? Like, there's always... I don't know. Do you have an answer?
I think for me at least, like, I'm honestly in that process right now, but just trying to find, like, a way to balance things, because, like, sometimes it's really, like, you know, studio and rehearsals and a bunch of stuff going on at the same time. It's really hard sometimes to, like, you know, just keep balanced. And I think right now, like, for me at least, like, I'm trying to, like, exercise is something that helps me a lot to just, like, overcome, like, that overthinking and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, like, and making time, like, I'm reading this book called Artist's Way. An art, you know, Dueci, the artist, she was talking about it, and basically, like, that book is really cool. I really suggest it to everyone to read, because it makes you do, like, basically this thing, like, once a week, do an artist date, which is basically just, like, taking a few hours for yourself, just you, and do something that, like, feeds your inner child, you know, like either going to the museum or whatever. It can be anything, you know, and that's been helping me a lot. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
Buying toys that I
Chocolates I never got
Snoop.
Snoop. Yeah, exactly.
healing your inner child.
Yeah, exactly. I
okay.
think you're so right on that, and I think also I've just realised I think it's really important to have the right people around you. 100%. Like, it's so important, because you are who you are around you. I'm not making sense, but you are the people around you, aren't you? You're made up of that, 100%. And that's so important to have people that do like support each other and care about each other, and like can have a fun time and let you forget about things, but also like get into it if you need to. Yeah. Like, it's so important who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing to overcome anything.
Yeah, going into that, because self-confidence is kind of a really key thing if you want to, you know, do kind of similar jobs as being a DJ or writing songs or being a singer. How did you develop that kind of self-confidence?
Oh, mad. No, you know what? Do you want the long answer or the short answer? Because
Give it to me.
to be honest, I just had a really bad time in high school, like awful time, awful Like it was not great mentally. But then came to uni, met a bunch of new people that are just very different, and I really appreciate them. And they really like, I didn't have to mask anything. I could just be myself around them, and it was great. And that they actually gave me definitely the confidence just to be completely like authentically yourself. Weird as hell, but you can just be yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that helped me build up a lot. And they were very encouraging people. Like, just, you should do, if you want to do something, you should do it. Because I feel like in music as well, you kind of believe it's so out there, like it's so far away, like you can't. I don't know, that's what I grew up believing, that it's not possible to get a career in it or anything like that. But if you have the right people around you that encourage you to do it and like encourage you to follow those things, then it can so definitely make a difference in that. And doing Swift Togetters as well.
And here you are now, yeah.
That gives the confidence. That will give you a confidence, because
definitely.
it's just
Pulled you out your shell and gave you the platform to do what you're doing now, which is amazing. So shout out to them, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How about you, Luna?
I think something that helped me a lot was like my spirituality, and just like, you know what I mean? Like I just started like diving more deep into that, and I just understood like that everything, you know, like this is really cliche, but I really believe that like everything you can imagine, you can actually do it. And I just like, I changed my mindset, because I used to think like that, like, you know, like since the place I grew up, it was like kind of like small town vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just grew up believing that it's all about beliefs in it. Like,
isn't it?
like I literally grew up believing that I couldn't, you know, like, and then one day I was just like, I started like meditating more and doing more like inner work, and I was like, you know what, like, just be yourself, just do it. Like one day you're gonna look back, you're gonna be like 70 and look back and imagine if I wasn't myself. That's the minimum I think we can do for ourselves, is just be honest to ourselves at least.
100%. Imagine if you didn't try.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look back and be like,
I mean, it's very difficult just putting out an act all the time. Yeah. So the key here is be yourself.
yeah, definitely.
That's the main takeaway from this.
Yeah.
So true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now like student life is very difficult, as you know. It must have felt so good to, you know, kind of, you're on the end of your point blank courses now, and you've started working on your own careers. Can you share what that future is like now, kind of on the brink, on the end of point blank?
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Like, I think I've been really trying to build up more DJ gigs as I go throughout the past few years, and so I'm almost at a point of full time when I come out of uni, which is great. It'll be great fun, and this summer's gonna be fun because there's quite a few festivals going on, so that'll be really fun. So I just think I'm gonna carry on doing that. I am looking at other career paths, definitely. Like I really enjoy doing the events I do as well, and I'd love to get maybe more into like artist management at some point or something like that as well, because I feel like I could boss people around, and that'd be great.
The best thing about that job.
Yeah, I think there's so many options to go down in music, which is another thing I didn't believe, was that there's so many different jobs in it, which is
So
great.
many, so many. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it's open right now. I'm just carrying on with the DJing and trying to build that and build my name out there. But with producing as well, especially, because that gets your name out there a lot quicker. Yeah,
Is it the same for you,
what about
Luna?
you?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just want to explore more of my creativity, the most that I can. So like, I just like write for other people too, like not only for myself. Also, now that I'm learning how to produce, like I'm trying to self-produce my product. Lol. It is a product
goods and
indeed,
services,
but yeah, my music, and just keep evolving, keep learning, you know, like, and just take what I've learned in this course. Because I think that's the thing about taking courses, right? Like, you make it, like, you're in, like, this, you know what I mean? Like, you make what you want out of it. Yeah, and I think taking the tools, like, you can take the tool, like, come to class and then just do whatever. And I don't think, like, that will help. But if you take it and, like, actually apply it in your life, you know, like, study music after, you know, like, when you're not in class, that's something that really can change it for you.
Because point blank can give you the platform and all the tools that you need, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to use that and make the most out of it. So definitely.
Yeah.
I know we're talking a lot about challenges here, but you know, it's what most people would want to know. graduating challenges and kind of mental struggles. Have you ever gone through that in your course?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, like at least, yeah, sometimes it's hard. Like I was saying, like to balance the career life and the student life, you know, like and the social life and everything. It's like, you know what I mean. So like, obviously sometimes it's hard, but yeah, in the end, I think things always work out. I don't know how. You know, like when you give your assignments and you just like. I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
It happens. Yeah, you trust in yourself that you'll get it done.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. I'm with you on like the spiritual stuff. Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that helps a lot in music because it's just so like up and down, isn't it? So you kind of need something else to be like, okay, it's fine.
You definitely need a lifeline. Yeah. Something to hold on
A bit
to.
more stable.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but like I suffer a lot from anxiety. Like for always like have. I think it's just the side. I think artists in general have like, you know, the sort of two like sides you were talking about. Like for once it's really cool because you can write a lot or like create a lot, but the other side is like you feel things a lot. So like there's also like the other side of the iceberg, you know, like.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah, definitely.
But I think it's also comforting to know that almost everyone like feels that, you know, like, and you can always talk to people like and all of that. So yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so, especially with like. When you say mental struggles, I've just accepted at the point that there's always going to be something. So, like, we just have to, like, it doesn't phase me as much anymore because there's always, like, that's something that's consistent. Like, it's always going to be something. It's not a bad thing. You have to go through them to go from it, don't you?
Exactly. Like, I was even talking to some friends about this. Like, happiness is not, like, I feel like society, like, has that thing of, like, toxic positivity, you know what I mean? Like, we're not supposed to be happy all the time. Like, happiness is just, like... as an equal emotion as sadness is, you know, like 100%. We just like go in waves, and it's like you were saying, like it's just a matter of like understanding how to keep a balance. Like, oh, I'm sad, like okay, just allow yourself to be sad. Do things that'll comfort you. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's part of human nature.
Yeah,
that's it exactly.
Going back to what you said about feeling too much, I think a lot of it also comes to play with because you're putting yourselves out there. You're also it's expected for you to expect a lot of scrutiny, and I think that's plays a big part on the fear and anxiety.
Yeah.
So, just
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not always a positive, and because people when they say producer or like a singer, they say like a glamorous job, and they think it's always positive.
Yeah.
But actually, there's also a lot of negative and kind of dark side to that things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all over the internet. Do you know what I mean as well? And they're just when you do put yourself out there, they're there, but it's fine. But we just move on from it anyway. I don't let it any affect me.
Yeah,
at all. Try not to.
Yeah, it's hard because like you want to read the comments and things for like to connect and talk to people that like your work, but so it's kind of inevitable to like see those comments sometimes. You know, like there's
Can't forget the good ones though.
Yeah, no.
That's it. Like.
Yeah, what matters is like
louder, though.
Yeah, exactly. If you have one person
comment, just makes your day, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. As
And
Taylor
then,
Swift says, hate is gonna hate.
There you go.
Real.
Okay, now both of you do amazing at what you do, obviously. DJ, singer. Love your work, by the way. It's just I keep saying it, but I genuinely do. I stalked both of your profiles and had a blast. Okay. Okay, there's a saying that a good cook never shares their recipe, but I'm hoping that both of you could be, a little generous and tell us what's kind of the secret about making good tracks.
Don't try and follow what everyone's doing just because you want to be, I don't know, Martin Garrix. You know what I mean? Like, don't try and make that music because you want to be that DJ because you're not that DJ. Surprise, surprise. So you can't be that way. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to make what feels good. And if it doesn't sound like it should fit in that genre, say, I don't know, you make a house track and it's got a different kind of bass. I don't know. This is the problem as that producers talk about at Stag's Head, So it has a different type of bass and they go, actually, I can't use that because it's a house track. And it's like, dude, just use it. Go for it. But there are so many rules that people put on themselves when we chat, and you feel that, right? And it's
You're not gonna get fined or put in jail.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like it's true.
There's a fine line.
I think just make what you want to make, and I'm sure
Yeah.
If anything, I've learned from Point Blank is that there's an audience for literally everything. Like the nichest
For
music
real,
you got,
for real,
there's an
for real.
audience for it.
So many people in the world, right? Like,
7 billion people.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's gonna like your music, definitely.
yeah.
At least one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's such a good point. Like, it's like, don't let yourself, because I've seen people like get too hung up on the theory, you know, like, and the thing is like, you gotta know the theory, but I think it's really important to know how to break away from that, you know, like take like the Beatles, like Strawberry Fields Forever, for example. It's like I love like talking about that song because that song does not make any sense, you know, like they have like different like BPMs all over the song. They like change, they do a bunch of crazy stuff, but I think it's about like following the feeling, you know, like your musical instinct of like where you feel sounds good, and if you feel like it sounds good, just like follow that feeling, you know, like, and don't try to be somebody else, you know, like that's really important. Like, don't try to like, I'm gonna try making, I listen to Chapel Row and love Chapel Row, I'm gonna make like a song just like her.
Yeah.
There's already her,
Yeah.
and she does it really well, you know, like, you know what I mean?
So
That's so
the
true.
recurring lesson for today is be yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because what works for others might not work for you.
And don't be afraid
Yeah.
of like taking your time to explore your sound, you know, like before putting it out there or whatever, you know, like just like really, before I released my first song, when I signed with Universal, I stayed 1 year just like working on the studio, just like trying different things, working with different producers, like exploring a bunch of stuff before like putting out the first song, you know, like, yeah.
It's so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of delving deeper into, you know, the techniques and lessons. What technique or lesson from Point Blank have you used or applied the most?
I like the mixing class a lot. The art of mixing one. That was really good for me. It really taught me from like nothing. Like I really did not know how to make tracks sound finished at all. They all kind of sounded like they were made in Logic. Do you know what I mean? Like they're still there. That was a great class, I think, to be honest. That one, yeah. From after that, then I feel like I'm a bit way more confident in doing it. And then the more practice you do, like I just felt more confident in mixing down. For me, definitely.
Yeah.
How about you, Luna?
I think for me, like, I think all of them honestly like helped me a lot, but the one that like most like stayed in my head was when I did vocal performance with Carol Thompson, and like it really changed the way that like I viewed like my way of like expressing myself, you know, like on stage specifically, like because like we did a lot of like movements and like things to like free the body, and I just learned that like when I'm on stage, just like to, you know, don't be afraid of like moving or just like don't be afraid of like showing all that you are, you know, even if that's loud or even if it's quiet or whatever, you know, like, and just it helped me find my own true voice, you know, like when I'm singing. Yeah.
And how, I feel like a lot of people will be very curious about this one, like fellow musicians, fellow artists. How do you develop your techniques most effectively? Because you can work as hard, but if you're not working smart, then...
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
In terms of what kind of thing are you thinking? Like making music, are you thinking?
Yeah, making music.
Technical. You're talking
Technical,
about
yeah.
technical. We're talking technical. I think for me at least it's just like I listening, like in terms of making music, not like singing, it would be just like listening to a lot of music, like always like I like to feed my brain like constantly with not even just music, just art in general, you know, like, and in terms of like vocal like technique, for me it's just like keep a routine. It's just really hard, and like, you know, like there's some things that you shouldn't do, like don't smoke or don't drink and all that, but that's obviously like not doable. It can be
Obviously, it's not doable.
It can be
I love
doable,
that.
but like
Honestly.
it can be doable, of course it can, but like for me at least, like it's not 100% doable, but like just keep a balance without like try to keep a healthy like vocal routine, and just like constantly like practice the voice, because it is a muscle, you know. When you stop, if I feel like I don't sing or I don't practice for like a few weeks or something, when I sing I sound like a dying chicken, you know, like I go to the mic and I'm just like off. But if I keep a routine, I just like feel so comfortable and confident, you know, like when I go to the mic I'm like, I sound good, and that just helps everything flow better, you know.
Yeah. That makes so much sense, actually. It's similar. I get that.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like practice is so important.
Yeah.
And if you're a DJ, like, go out more. Like, I know it's like definitely because I think that's something that helps you a lot. If you're going to be DJing out and you want to be doing sets and stuff, you need to go out as much as you can, because like when you watch other DJs, you get so much inspiration from them and from their music, and you pick up loads of different tracks that you didn't even know existed. And then also you build your network, you know, by just talking to people. Like, I got my first gig through telling a DJ that I thought he was just really cool, and that's it. And then he booked me for a gig. And I just didn't expect that at all, but that's how it happens. It's just like going out, talking to different people, and not necessarily having to talk to everyone all the time. But, you know, watching the DJs and supporting those shows, that's what gets people wanting to book you and wanting to have you on.
Definitely.
I think.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, you know, routines and audiences, because both of you obviously have a very public kind of jobs. You know, you're performing in front of people, you're playing in front of people. Do you have kind of like a mantra or like a ritual that you do to kind of ease and deal with like the nervousness? What do you do?
Like before a show?
Before a show, during? Is there anything special you do?
I just try, like, for me, I just try to, like, getting to myself. Just getting, this doesn't make sense, but it's like getting back to myself, you know, just like try to connect. That's something that I actually learned with Carol. It's just like connect to my emotion, just connect to myself, close my eyes. Like when I'm like, before I go to the stage, I just like close my eyes, take a breather, and just like, feel, you know, like ground myself. And when I'm in the stage, I just think like, I'm just here, I'm just singing my music and enjoying this moment with this nice people that are here, you know, listening. Like, that's something that really helps me.
That's so true.
Yeah.
It is about grounding yourself before, especially because if I'm playing a gig that I'm not, it's just me, like none of my friends are there or whatever, then that's so needed.
Yeah.
To like ground yourself definitely beforehand. Just be like, look, also I like to really think to myself, like, put in as much effort as you can when you're there, especially like Swiftogeddons, because some of these people, you know, this is their only club night they go to, and they go once every 3 months, and you've got to make it so worth it for them. That's there, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, you may do it all the time, and you might DJ often, but for the people that are coming, like, you want to make that so special for them every single time. I think that's important to remind myself beforehand.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
100%.
So do you get lost in the moment, or do you...
Oh, sometimes. Sometimes. I think you got to get into it, haven't you? Yeah. And look back at videos and be like, oh my God, look at me. What was I doing? But that's okay. That's fine.
Do you feel like you perform better when you get lost in the moment, or when you're aware that you're in that?
No, I feel like if you're aware, you overthink. You know what I mean? You get anxious, and then that's
I
like
like being lost.
Yeah,
in the moment. That's the context. I like being lost.
Okay.
I feel that. Yeah.
You know.
I feel that, yeah. Well, social media. Moving on to social media now. It's a ball ache. My God, yeah. Oh my God, I feel like everyone's biggest fear is to be cancelled right now. Saying something wrong and okay. You know, it's in a world now, and obviously everybody does it. Most people does it. You know, we haven't got a choice really. How do you feel about it, and kind of as a marketing tool for, you know, upcoming artists like yourself? How do you feel about it? Good, bad?
It's a game. Like, it's just a game. It's not even... I don't feel good or bad about it at this point. I just feel like it's so unattached from me now at this point. Not... Maybe it's not. I shouldn't say that. But it is. Like, it is. It's so unattached from myself that it's like... That's a thing that I'm trying to use. It's a tool to use. And I try not to, like, put any of my own self-worth to it. Which is hard sometimes. But it's not... I'm trying to just say, like, it's not personal, it's the algorithm or whatever. Like, I'm just trying to get the up arrows to get more green. Do you know what I mean? But I don't care how that happens and what I have to do on social media, like, in that sense, to do it. But it's just a game. That's how I view it now.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's too
much.
much.
100%. Social media is like the Wild West. Yeah. You know, like, there's no rules. Like, it's crazy out there. Like, And I feel like it's really important to create that distance. Like, of course, like, at least for me, like, I had really good experiences with it, like, because I met people that found my music through it. So, like, it's a beautiful thing that
That's true,
independent artists and, like, can reach to people in a global scale that it wouldn't be possible before, right?
Yeah.
And then it also has the, like, the bad side that, like, it's really hard to not get attached, like, to it, you know, like.
That's it.
Yeah, so nowadays I just, like, kind of post and ghost. You
Yeah,
know
that's
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Post
That's
and
so
ghost.
true. Exactly. That's what you have to do, and try not to compare yourself to
Yeah, no.
what other people are doing and that kind of thing either.
No, like, and
notice that.
yeah,
Notice
things,
that,
yeah,
yeah.
honestly.
things can change overnight. You know, like, they literally can change overnight. Like, that's a good part about it, and which is motivating too, because, like, you might be posting a bunch and, like, not reaching anyone. But if it's not reaching anyone, that doesn't really matter anyways too, you know, like, so just keep posting. You know,
exactly.
like,
Just keep doing
I think
it.
it's something
Yeah.
that if you do, it will just, like, enhance the possibilities. You know, like, you should be. My way that I like to view it is just, like, target as many fronts as you can. You know, like,
Yeah.
play live, post on social media, network. Just keep working, put yourself out there in a bunch of ways, and just don't get attached to it. Just, like, don't think how it's gonna happen. Just trust it is.
No, you're so
like-
right. Like, and when you do have a good show, and then, I don't know, someone may ask you for the Instagram or whatever, and then afterwards you post about another gig or whatever like that, you've just kept them engaged, and that's how you build it, and that's so cool.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah, seeing
Like,
social media is actually social media, right?
Yeah,
like, that's
exactly,
actually
yeah.
what it was meant to be.
Yeah,
like,
to reach most
to,
people.
Yeah, to connect people, like, genuinely, in a genuine way. Like,
That's it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it is a tool, which I kind of want to elaborate on further, because, you know, social media is a hard thing to do. It's a hard job.
Yeah.
People think it's easy. It's not. How to use it effectively to get, you know, the most out of it?
Consistency, definitely. Like, keep consistent. Yeah. You know, it's better to have, like, fewer engaged fans. Say if you're posting all the time and then people complain, being like, oh, I've not got enough likes on this post because I keep posting too often, but when I post once every 3 months, I get loads. But are they engaged in you? Probably not as much as someone that does it all the time, because, like, you're in their face all the time. I think that's so, like, weird, but it's so important, because it's like, you have to be in their face to get noticed, because there's so many people trying to do what you're trying to do. So how are you going to make them remember?
yeah, consistency and authenticity. Just, like,
Yeah.
because people can feel, you know, like, when you're not being genuine. And I think, like, yeah, just, like, be consistent and just post about things they care about.
Most
you know,
people's attention span as well, because if you're not
Yeah.
there, they
Yeah.
just forget about you.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think it's also really tricky, like, because I used to post thinking about that, you know, like,
Yeah.
but I think, like, nowadays I'm like, you know what, I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
if I want to post a 5-minute video, I'm just gonna do
Just
it.
do it.
You know, like,
Yeah.
because I've seen that work too.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's kind of changing now a bit too, you
Yeah.
know, like, I feel like people are, even, like I was saying, all the pop industry is kind of changing now. Not the pop music industry is changing now. Because I feel people are looking for more genuine stuff. Like, even with AI and all the things that are coming through, we're humans, you know, like we're kind of like humans being left behind. I just realized
By the computer.
by the computers.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like humans are just craving more human music, more human connection.
So true.
So yeah, just be human, you know, like,
Authenticity,
just
yeah.
Be yourself.
Be
be yourself.
How many times has that been repeated? We should have, like, a count.
That's what I think. Don't be afraid to be, like, silly and weird if you are that. Like, just do it, because it'll attract the right people.
Yeah,
It'll
definitely.
be people that like that, and the people that want you to be authentic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll get the right people.
Yeah, but social media can definitely be, you know, overwhelming. It's a lot for people. So what is the number one kind of piece of advice you can give to people who feel that way?
Try and not be as attached to it as, like, the like count, or, like, what other people are doing, or followers. Just try not to attach yourself to any of that.
Yeah.
Like, you're worth more than that. You're not any of those numbers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just that you can use, if you see it as just a tool to help you,
Yeah.
your business or your brand, then I feel like you can unattach from it and not let it get to you.
Yeah, I think just not let yourself get attached to the results. Just see it as something that you post
Yeah.
and ghost. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now one lesson from Point Blank, or a quote from a lecture that has stayed with you for the rest of your life or career?
For me, when I sang Happy Birthday. For real, like, Carol made us sing Happy Birthday to her. Like, and it was the hardest thing that I've done in my life. Like, it's really hard to sing Happy Birthday looking in the eyes of somebody you just met. So yeah, it stayed with me. Yeah.
Honestly, I think Point Blank taught me that it's just like music industry is full of odd people in a good way, in the best way possible. That's what I mean. Like, I think we're all a bit odd, to be honest.
Don't come somewhere, please.
And I think that it's the same thing of what you were saying. When you're younger, you don't kind of believe that that's possible or that you're pretty weird. But if you are quite weird, you probably belong straight in this industry.
Yeah.
That's what the Point Blank has definitely taught me, which is a great thing. Like, I know it sounds a bit unserious, but like, it has deeper stuff to it, I promise. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for those really insightful answers.
That's great.
That's
Sorry
right.
about that.
But I feel like that's the most important lesson that we've had today. Be yourself.
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for those really insightful answers. Before you go though, I do want to ask one big question. Is there anything else you want to say to the listeners, people tuning in right now?
Just keep going. Just believe in yourself. Like, I know it's really cliche, but it's true, you know.
Yeah.
Just
Don't stop.
yeah, don't stop. Just don't stop. Even if you have bad, just don't stop. Keep going. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. It's such a pleasure to kind of get to talk to you. You know, I've become a big fan of yours literally like 2 days ago when I discovered you. So it's been great. I do want to say some shouts out first. The other students who have recently done, you know, really cool things. One of them is Xiao Chenzi, who recently released a track, and another is Marco, who recently started his show on Bloop Radio called CDM Presents. We also have Kaylin, who has a show every Wednesday called Evening Interludes, Chelmsford Radio Station. How about Luna or Tasha? Do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah, Josh Tarzi. He's killing the game. You know, working at Fabric, but also then, like, for the label, and then also just did a mix for BBC Introducing, which is incredible. Releasing so much music. I think he's sick. I think Manav, who's Megisto Music, just got announced for opening for Martin Garrix and Sunburn Festival in India, which is mental. So yeah, he's doing bits. I think Leah Howarth, you know, her EP's just done crazy numbers, like 200k on Spotify recently, which I think is just incredible. And then she's doing a little mini tour this summer, which I think is so cool. So they're great people. Yeah, cool people, point blank.
Yeah. There's a lot of really talented people here. I would like to shout out Seth Charlie. He's an amazing artist that goes here. Siddharth, also the craziest like composer I've ever seen in my life. Tony, also shout out to Tony, to Luigi Mangione, Italian rapper. He's pretty sick too. To Clara. Well, I probably am forgetting half of the names, but like, yeah, shout out to all of my friends and everyone in this school.
Shout out Dave Fresh, best lecturer ever. Great guy.
Do you want to do any self-promos, your social medias?
Oh, yeah, go on then. It's basically Tasha.mp4 on everything. Everything. Great.
That's pretty handy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for me, it's just Luna Jones Diary on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, everywhere, and Luna Jones on Spotify.
Thank you both so much. It's
Thank
a
you.
pleasure
Thank
to
you
have
for
you
having
here.
us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was fun.
you.
Oh my God.